with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah make His blessings rub on us. May Allah make us get some of His blessings because He's with us. May Allah give us some of what He has, inshallah. Bismillah. So today the Imam talked about the greatness of Islam and how Islam took care of everything, whether it's small or large. It does not matter. Islam came mercy to the people of this earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to His Prophet, He tells him, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We did not send you to this earth but for one reason, to the mercy of human beings. Allah sent His Prophet to spread the mercy, to spread the peace on this earth, unlike what they spread these days about Islam. Islam is Islam, and Muslims sometimes are different than Islam. Sometimes people take the wrong impression about Islam based on acts of Muslims who don't know Islam. Islam is a pure religion that came from the creator of this earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this earth for one reason, for the people to do good and to test them so they can win at the end and be in heaven, where this is our destination. We want nothing on this earth but to do well, so we win the prize. What is the prize? The prize is Jannah. The prize is heaven. And we talked, the speech last week was about how Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to tell the servants of Allah, he used to say, do not ask only for Jannah, but ask for the highest of Jannah, the paradise of Jannah, Jannah al-Firdaus. The name is Firdaus, where it's the highest of Jannah, where the most people who did in their life, who gave, who prayed, who gave charity to the poor people, who took care of orphans, which is the topic of our khutbah today, of our speech. So the Imam said right away, he recited some verses from Surah Al-Baqarah. He said, لَيْسَ الْبِرَّ أَن تُوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ قِبَلَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you, it's the intention of Islam is not to only just pray to Kaaba. It's not. That's not the purpose of Islam. But the purpose of Islam, وَلَكِنَّ الْبِرَّ مَنِ اتَّقَى. Islam, the purpose of Islam is to have the piety, the softness, the mercy to your family, to your siblings, to your uncle, to your aunts, to the neighbor. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to encourage so much his followers, and he would say, take care of your neighbor, until the Sahaba thought that neighbors will inherit us. So, and we all know the story of the non-Muslim, who was living next to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and who used to bring the dirt and and whatever garbage he used to have, and he used to throw it in the door of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ every day. And one day Prophet Muhammad ﷺ opened the door, and the dirt was not there. So he waited the second day, the dirt was not there. So Prophet Muhammad ﷺ realized, this guy, something happened to him. So he went and knocked on his door. And when his wife came out, and he says, what do you want from us? He says, I think I did not see something from your husband that he used to give me on a daily basis. I miss it. Is he okay? She says, he's sick. How did you know? He says, because he stopped bringing me such and such. This garbage is not in front of my door anymore. So I came to see if he's well, because I want to pray for him. And she said, Ya Allah, oh my God, you are the person who we've been throwing garbage and throwing stuff and cursing and doing all this stuff, and now my husband is sick and you coming to ask for him? La ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there's no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you are his prophet. This is the true Islam, who takes care of the siblings, who takes care of the neighbors, who takes care of the co-workers, who takes care of every Muslim, the weak and the strong. It doesn't matter. So the Imam right away mentioned that Islam is amazing in the topic where Islam becomes so merciful to the people who are weak. The weaker you are, the more Islam encourages you to help. So if you read the Quran, you would find more than 200 times mentioned about yatama. Yatama means the orphans. The topic of our khutbah is about the yatama, the orphans who lost their father, who lost their mother. These people who have nobody to help them. All of a sudden, they had a father who was take care of the kid, and he doesn't have anyone. We all know these orphans. We all see those orphans who miss. Brothers, you know, when you have a kid, he does so much to you, and he gives you so much trouble, but it's so sweet to your heart because this is your son. Can you imagine this kid without a father? Who's he gonna go to? He doesn't have anybody. His father, who if he does something nice or something terrible, his father, it's okay for him. But now he has to deal with people who will not tolerate this because this is not their son. This kid lost the mercy, lost the love that he gets from his father. Who is for this kid? If we don't come and rush to help this kid, who will help? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, look at this. He is in the highest heaven, and he said, "Ana wa kafilu al-yatimayn kahadayn." Subhanallah. Look at this. He said, "Me and whoever will take care of a yatim, the orphan, we will be in heaven like this." And he touched his two fingers together to give the indication that there will be nobody between us. He will be sitting next to me. Nobody will be sitting next to me but this person who took care of this orphan. This orphan who needed help, this guy came to help him. He gave him money. He gave him food. Whether he knew him or not. We don't need to know this orphan. You are, the reason why you are helping this because Islam has encouraged you to help this person. Because you need to win what we said at the beginning of the khutbah, the Jannah, the heaven. The price of heaven is not cheap, brothers. You do not enter heaven just by default. Just because your birth certificate says you're a Muslim, that doesn't mean you will go to heaven. Heaven needs people who need to work to get to heaven. Heaven needs people who will pray 5 times a day. Heaven will need a person who will give charity, the 2.5% of his zakah every year. Heaven will need a person who will take care of his kinship, his aunt and uncle if they need him. Heaven will be ready for the people who will take care of orphans, who will take care of their neighbors, who are nice to each other, who will ask Allah for help. We think we are strong, we have the brains to enter heaven, but we are not. If it wasn't for the blessings of Allah, you will not do anything. How many smart people came to this earth and gone? Where are they now? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still, and He will stay. And He will generate more people, and we will die. And one day He will resurrect everyone. And when everybody gets resurrected, they say, "Oh Allah, what are we doing here?" And He said, "Now it's time for judgment. What have you done in your earth? When I gave you 60, 50, 70, 90 years, what have you done? Have you prayed? Have you fasted Ramadan? Have you fasted the month of Ramadan? Have you gave charity? Have you gone to Mecca for pilgrimage once in your lifetime? Have you done all these things? If you haven't, now you have to answer why. I don't care what's your excuse, it will not be a good excuse. The mandatory things that you need to do as a Muslim must be done and cannot be forgiven by any chances unless you are sick. So if you are sick or you are poor, you cannot go to a pilgrimage because you cannot pay for this, that's fine. But if your son becomes rich, he will do it on your behalf if you die before. So these things we have to take care of. We are Muslims, and that's not enough, brothers. قال الأعراب آمنا قل لا بل أسلمتم. The Arabians who قل تؤمنوا حتى صدقت ولكن قولوا أسلمنا. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told them, don't say this. You have to believe in your heart and you have to do to become a Muslim. It's not just I'm a Muslim. I have to act upon it. I have to do, and I have to do, and I have to encourage others to do. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. You became the best nations on earth by what? You will encourage and you will do good and you will prevent and stop what's bad. If you don't do this, you are not the best nation on earth. You are like everybody else. So just because you are a Muslim, that's not enough, brothers. You have to do